as we continue to go on with the podcast here, it is All-Star Weekend as we record, and one of the things that obviously happened over All-Star Weekend, if you paid attention to it, was the dunk contest. Now, before the pod, we were talking about it. Ryan's like, hey, I got really no interest in the All-Star Weekend. I didn't really watch the dunk contest. And that's okay, because I don't want to debate what should have happened in terms of, should Aaron Gordon have gotten the title over Derrick Jones Jr. What I want to address is this. I've seen several people, this was said on the broadcast last night, and I've seen people, including even LeBron James, going out and saying this, that 2 trophies should have been handed out last night at the dunk contest. And does that bother anybody else? Does that bother anybody that we're now preaching like, hey, let's give these 2 grown men, just give them both a trophy? It's a subjective thing. You've got judges. Is the solution to give 2 trophies or to just retweak the scoring?
You could have given 2 trophies because at the end of the day, Dwayne Wade rigged that contest. So you should have just given 2 trophies because Aaron Gordon got robbed for the second time in the dunk contest. And now, not only him, but so far Ja Morant, and I'm pretty sure there was at least one other person or one other player that said they will not compete in dunk contests ever again. Because that was utter garbage what happened last night. And Dwayne Wade rigging that and giving Aaron Gordon a 9 on that final dunk so that his former teammate and Miami Heat player, Derrick Jones Jr., could get the trophy and win the dunk contest. It was just utter garbage. I would have been fine with either giving, making it a tie or making it a them have to, do something where it's like they both get 1 dunk and you have to decide which dunk was better. Because at the end of the day, Aaron Gordon had 450 scores. He has the most perfect scores in dunk contest history, and he didn't even win it. Derrick Jones Jr. was great. They were both phenomenal. But Aaron Gordon's final dunk was just as good as Derrick Jones' finals dunk. They both stood about at 50. And Aaron Gordon ended at 47 after dunking over the tallest player in the NBA. Come on. He didn't even practice it. That was pulled out of thin air because he needed another dunk. Taco Fall had no idea that was happening. It just happened. And on the first try,
Taco Fall looked kind of scared.
He was. He said he was
scared as shit.
I saw the replay on that because, like I said, I didn't really care for it. He was freaking out. You could tell he was freaking out. They did the close-up as
he's holding the ball and he's just standing there waiting. And he's freaking out, dude. Freaking out.
That could have been real bad for everyone. But Aaron Gordon is that much of an athlete that no problem. Now, I'll say this. Like I've said, I didn't watch it. I watched some of the highlights. 2 trophies? What are we talking about?
Exactly.
It's one thing if they would have tied. We're 10 rounds deep. There are no dunks left. It's a tie. We cannot make a choice. Even then, I'd still be like, what? 2 trophies? But 2 trophies? Am I about to have my own Iverson moment here with practice? 2 trophies? I can't even fathom that was brought up as a solution. 2 grown-ass men. Give them both trophies. What are you talking about? There are judges, no matter how rigged it was, because I am on the side of that it is rigged with D. Wade giving his former teammate the win. It's subjective. There are judges.
Who were the 5 judges again? It's D. Wade.
It was Dwayne Wade, Chadwick Boseman, Candace Parker, Scottie Pippen, and then Common. It should just be former dunk contest winners that
I agree. Dunk contest winners should be the 5.
100%.
When it comes down to it, if you go into overtime or whatever you want to call it in a dunk contest, it should come down to they both have to do a dunk, and they don't get scored after they both do the dunk. The judges have to come together, and they have to decide which dunk was better. That's how it should have been. Because... And again, Dwayne Wade should have never been a judge in this contest. It should have never happened. And I get not wanting 2 trophies. I mean, I wouldn't want to see a contest end with 2 people getting trophies. But last night was one of those things where it's you look back at it, and this doesn't only affect the dunk contest from this year. But the way other NBA players are talking, it affects dunk contests for a while.
If they would have scored them the same and then said, hey, we're taking the combined score of all of your dunks to determine the winner, I think Aaron Gordon would have then won, correct?
Yes.
If that would have been the solution of like, hey, listen, okay, your final dunk, you both got the same score, we're going to take the combined score. If that was like, if that's intertwined to the rules, then, you know, that's part of a solution. But the big thing, and I think we're talking about here, is the judges. You know, just random people. Like, oh, whatever. We'll throw him and we'll throw her. Like, what are we doing?
We'll have Black Panther be a judge. He doesn't even want to be out there, but
I really like the idea if it should be former dunk contest winners as dunk contest judges.
Here's the issue with last night, and it's something Aaron brought up, is that first off, I feel like the dunk contest has kind of been on life support a little bit over the last 5 years. Because guys don't want to take part in it.
Yep.
It's been guys who really aren't that great at high flying. But now all of a sudden, we have this influx of guys in the league who can make it exciting. Zion, Ja Morant, Zach LaVine is a freak, Aaron Gordon. Like, there's guys coming into the league and guys who are coming their own now who can make the dunk contest exciting. And you have this fiasco from last night. For an event that, honestly, I've heard more hype for the skills contest and the three-point contest than I have for dunk contests in recent years. And I've watched past dunk contests. They kind of suck. The dunk contest just isn't that great anymore. And it's not necessarily the player's fault. How many new and creative things can you do?
And that's it, right? Like, how many new dunks can you continue
But now you've got these young, polarizing figures coming up into the NBA, which could really help the dunk contest. And you have this absolute atrocity, from what it sounds like, last night in the judging. The NBA just shooting itself in the foot.
The thing is, if they would have scored them as a tie, if they both would have gotten the same score on their last dunk, I'd have no problem with it. If somebody wanted to argue like, oh, well, I gave it a 9 for this reason, whatever, but they both ended up with the same score, that's fine. But I think both dunks actually deserve 50s in that final round, personally. I don't think either of them should have been below. It was, to me, no-brainer. 10s across the board. So then you take the combined score and you crown a champ.
It doesn't help that in the early rounds they're tossing around 50s like it's candy on Halloween.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's another thing. Why are 50s being handed out so much?
Like they need to make the 50 an actual perfect score.
50s should pretty much never be seen.
Like Dwight Howard got a 49 on a dunk where he caught a lob from, Jameer Nelson lobbed it over the backboard to him from the other side, from like the stands area. Cool. I couldn't do that, so that's great. Like, nice dunk. He got a 49. And Aaron Gordon on his final dunk got a 47. And Aaron Gordon's dunk was so much better than that dunk. It just boggles my mind how bad they messed up the dunk contest last night. It was terrible.
It's on life support, guys. The NBA has...
It shouldn't be, though, because they have so many good dunkers once again.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine, Derrick Jones Jr.
But they're
already listed names. Zion and Ja should be doing it in a few years. Who knows if they will now. I mean, Ja already said he's not going to participate in it. But now, again, they have this influx, again, as you
high flyers,
of guys that can dunk the ball. And this happens, and they're going to scare... Well, they already scared away Aaron Gordon, who, again, is like the best dunker we've seen in a while. Maybe since Dominique, and he's done now.
He might be the best overall dunker ever in the dunk contest. I mean, he's fantastic.
Up there. He's up there.
He's fantastic. He's fantastic.
So it's terrible. It's terrible that the NBA allowed this to happen, and it is the NBA's own fault. They set themselves up for something like that to happen. I get it. You want to have a Chicago, Chicago feel to the dunk contest, to the NBA All-Star Weekend because you're in Chicago. So you get people from Chicago. Wade, Common, Candace Parker. You get those people. But you put a player in it that was a teammate of a guy that's officiating it.
I get it, but it's
terrible.
Unnecessary, and it ruined it for the long term, the big picture for the NBA, and it's ruining it for the fans. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
Ruined it for the fans.
It blows my mind. It was pretty short-sighted.
Yeah.
How short-sighted the NBA was on that. And like, I don't know. Because like I said, I didn't watch it, but now like hearing about it, reading about it, watching some highlights on it, and thinking about it, it's pretty short-sighted to have a former teammate be a judge.
Yeah.
I get the Chicago field thing. That's fine. But that's pretty short-sighted.
It's almost like it'd be really cool if like they had the same judges every year, so you knew like what different judges like to see in their dunks, and you try to tailor it. Like, honestly, I just wish it was the full TNT crew. Just put like Shaq and Charles Barkley and all them. Let them be the judges. That would even be fun. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. The league will do something because they're going to have to salvage this, and it's still their league, and there's going to be a way to get players to participate. So I'm not counting out the dunk contest. I'm not sure if it'll be fixed by next year, but in time.